The story of Ghost. Ooh. Chapter 1. The story of shivering her. Have a fight for stay, madam. Shivering Hall was a hotel with a difference. All the guests were dead. Ghosts came from the spirit world to be great by Shivering's spooky stuff. There were 22 ice-cold bedrooms, a photographed powder dress closed. Lovely. And a strange quiet play, hunting tunes. No leaves or dirt visited the hotel. It was far too creepy. The ghosts were left in peace. Then one afternoon, the hotel detective hush was shut. Slam! Most of the ghosts were napping. Mr. Quiver, the hotel manager, had come down for a glass of water. Suddenly, a round-faced man, falling, opened the front door and stood up to the reception desk. "This is just what I've been looking for," he boomed. A tall, thin man crawled in after him. Are you sure, Mr. Slate?" he asked nervously. "Of course I'm sure." Sankins spoke Slate. "This will make the perfect fit for my new hotel. I've had it all designed." Slate proudly spread out a large plan in front of his tent. Behind them, Mr. Quiver sneaked up to get a better look. Mr. Quiver was horrified. "I have this place diamond in no time," Slate went on. "But perhaps I'll look around and see if there's anything worth saving first." Don't be too long," gulped Simpkins. "They say the place is haunted." "Ridiculous," cried Slate. "Ghosts don't exist." "Then I'll stay the night to prove it." We don't exist, eh?" thought Mr. Quiver. As he thought, minutes later, he got the hotel staff together. No one was happy about Slate's plan. "Well, we'll never get any peace in this noisy new hotel," wailed Charlie the waiter. And where will our ghostly guest go?" asked Alice the maid. "She's Alice. He is Charlie." "Slate will have to be fired off," said Mr. Quiver. "As soon as it gets dark, we'll start hunting." Slate was climbing the echoey stair to bed when Mr. Quiver appeared in front of him. "Ooh, be gone from Shivering Hall," Slade shook a little surprised, but then he shot out of my way, Potato Head. Sure, out of my way, Potato Head, he shouted. It's like a potato head. It wasn't like potato head. Mr. Quiver had never been so insured in his life or his deed, but the ghosts weren't finished yet. As Slade brushed his teeth, I roared the bolter popped up through the portal. Ha! Another scoop. The staff didn't give up. That night, Slade was visited by a stream of ghosts. Alice brought the basket to life. Charlie rattled the ghostly tea tray next to Slade's pillow. Cola, the cook, sent Frost's pot flying through the air. Even the whole guest tried to put the shiver of the unwelcome visitor. Sheer cantered show off his battle scares. Lord Waddle lost his hat, and Mrs. Contley and Mrs. Contley, the young lady, moaned the entire night. But none of them could raise a single goosebump. Next morning, Mr. Quiver listened in on Slade's meeting with Simpkin. You were right, said Slade. This place is full of ghosts. Really? Sir Simpkin. Nervously. So you'll forget your plans? No way, said Slade. People will pay even more to stay in a luxury hotel. I soon have those spooks hard at work. I make a fortune. Within minutes, the ghost track tail appeared on the Spurtwood web. It looked as if the ghost peaceful life was coming to an end. Next day, the staff watched from the shadow as Slade dreamed of what was to come. Suddenly, a spook figure appeared from nowhere. Here. Yoo-hoo! She cried. Aha, said Slade. Another spook, and a very ugly one. Don't you ask me, Percy, said the ghost. It's me, your great aunt Mabel. Huh? Let's auntie give you a nice big kiss. Slade ghostly aunt planted a softly wet kiss on his cheek. Slade's face turned bright red. I read all about you on the Ghost Castle website, said Mabel. So I've decided to come and live in your lovely new hotel. Live here, but I look after you, Percy, cried Mabel. I feed you up on my special cabbage soup, and I make sure you get a bath and a big kiss every time. Slate had been terrified of his aunt when she was alive. Now she was even scared. I've changed my mind. He stamped, tore up his plans, and ran. Out the ghost cheered. Mr. Quiver poured great aunt Marble and Boo. Thank you, madam, he said. Please stay as our guest for as long as you want for free. Chapter 2 School for Spook. Timmy Twimble was learning how to be a ghost, but her first week as creepy college had been a disaster. Dean began badly on Monday. He discovered the poltergeist had shown the class how to make objects float in mid-air, keep them nice and high. I'm totally unmoved. But Tammy couldn't seem to get anything off the ground. One Tuesday, Tammy took a fright class with Mrs. Search, but no one was remotely scared by her effort. Not if scared by her effort. Not even Marley, the school cat. Woo! What a catapult. Catapult. On Wednesday came Miss Fettley's lesson on how to walk through the walls. The rest of the class sailed through with easy and received gold stairs. Ouch! The only stairs Tammy saw were the ones spinning around her Sloan hat. By the end of the week, Tammy was unhappiest pulp in the school. I'm never going to make the ghostly grade. While the rest of the college went on a hunting field trip, Tammy had to stay behind and study her book. Slowly, Tammy's skills improved, but could she keep them up? She was talking a while in nerd rest when a cloud of smoke waffled by. Mary the cat had knocked over one of Mrs. Search's torches. The school was on fire. Tammy had to call for help. The only pawn in the school was in Mrs. Creepy's study. When Tammy got there, she found the door locked. There was only one thing to do. Thinking back to Mrs. Fethley's lesson, Tammy crossed her finger and changed at the door. To her amazement, Tammy found herself on the other side. She'd done it at last. Tammy quickly called a firefighter, but they couldn't get there for 15 minutes. She had to find a way to put out the fire and fast. Tammy opened a window and flew out of the school in search of help. She was hovering over a nearby construction site when she construction site when she saw just what she needed. Can I roll your truck, please? Get back to school, kid. Getting through the study well had given Tammy new confidence. Now she was ready to try her skills. Woo! Help! The driver leapt out of his cab in terror. Now came Tammy vigorous task. She concentrated on the truck. It was a lot heavier than I thought. Using all her energy, Tammy lifted the truck into the air. Moments later, it was hovering above the blast. Tammy made one last effort and flipped the truck over. Its load of sand swept the flames. Within a second, the fire was out. Phew! At that moment, the firefighter arrived. Mrs. Creepy and the rest of the school weren't far behind. The students found Tammy leaning in an exert hip. What happened? Cried Miss Creepy. As the firefighter made sure everything was okay, tired Tammy told her story. That evening, Tammy was the star of a special ceremony in front of the whole of Creepy College, but she was too sleepy to enjoy it. Perhaps when she woke up, someone would tell her she was no a great spook. Chapter 3: The Tale of the Haunted TV. One Saturday afternoon, Glenn Goggled was watching TV. Suddenly, the dad made a funny fizzing noise, and the screen was black. Glenn's dad called out Mr. Spurg and repairman. You've turned it out, lad. It wasn't my fault. Mr. Spurg put the television in his fan and returned with a battered-looking replacement. Glenn had never seen such an attention TV set. It's better than nothing, said Mr. Goggle. The Glenn parents had no problem watching the TV, but the first time that Glenn turned in, something strange happened. Hey, this isn't Cartoon Club. A man in strange clothes appeared on the screen and burst into song. Welcome on and all to the world of Harry Her. Harry was a terrible singer, but he was so funny Glenn didn't mind missing the cartoon. Rinky dinky doo, ba 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 doo ba doo. The next time Glenn switched on, Harry appeared again. This time he was dressed as a magician, prepare to be amazed. This show was even funnier than the last. Every trick Harry did went wrong. Oh dear, oops, oh no. The usualist magician made Glenn laugh so much he had to turn off the TV to stop his side from acting. The next day, Harry tried to dance and kept tipping over his own feet and thought Harry was funny. Glenn was starting to miss the character. Glenn was about to switch channels when Harry fell forward and came through the TV screen. Then he grew to full size before Glenn's actions. Astonished eyes. Whoops! What's going on? Glenn was amazed. Sorry, panted Harry. I should have taken more dance lessons when I was on leave. Glenn gulped. You mean you're a ghost? That's right. I always wanted to be on television, said Harry. So when I became a ghost, I decided to haunt this set. You were very funny. I didn't mean to be. I can't rest easy in the spirit for word until I'm upstairs, he said. Glenn felt sorry for Harry. He offered to let him stay if he stopped handling the TV. Harry spent the next few days mopping in Glenn's room. Then, one afternoon, Glenn showed him a ticket. Look where we are going, he said with a grin. Harry was full of excitement. He'd never seen a TV show being made before. Glenn wasn't sure if spooks were allowed in TV studios. Harry shrunk himself down so Glenn could smuggle him inside. Are we there yet? Shh. Glenn was relieved when he reached his set. In thus attention, Harry picked in the audience. Harry picked out as the lights dimmed and the show began. There were singers, dancers, and comedians. Glenn thought they were great, but Harry didn't nothing but grumble. I could do better than that. Quiet! Glenn didn't knock the ghost flew away, so he got us shook when a full size Harry suddenly appeared. Harry suddenly appeared on stage. Harry pushed the other contestants aside that went into his act. He sang terrible song. He messed up his magic tricks. And he finished with his clumsy dance routine. The audience roared with laughter. Harry won first prize as the star of the show. He called Glenn on stage to say thank you. With a big grin on his face, Harry faded away. Glenn grinned to Harry had given him the prize money to buy a brand new TV. The end.